We will begin the show momentarily. Please stand by. All right. In the building. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us on today. Listen to Black American Expat Raw and Uncut over here. Channel number 2. Shout out to Guapa Rose in the building. Shout out to Mr. John Thomas. So good having y'all here with us on today. We come in with another show. And this show right here been long overdue right here. So been very long overdue show right here. As we talking about being a minimalist, why I chose to become a minimalist. I've done similar shows in the past on the other channel about this, but I never really got into the detail of it. And today, that's my objective today, is to get to the detail of why I became a minimalist. Hope you guys get something out of it on today. And once again, shout out to everybody that's joining us on today, on this Saturday afternoon here in the beautiful city of Medellin, Colombia. Peace and blessings to you guys, wherever you are on today. I hope you guys are having a great one. I'm going to get out to a little later and probably do another live on my other channel while I'm out and about today. Shout out to Swag Youth in the building. And shout out to everybody, man. We want to thank y'all for joining us here. July the 10th, 2021. Make sure you guys check out on my other channel tomorrow, the Expat Life Podcast premiere, episode number 6. It was on fire. We was lit the other night. And want to thank everybody that joined us over there on that particular podcast series that we have. We do that every week, every Wednesday. But this week we did it on a Thursday because I wasn't feeling well. But I ended up doing it, man. We had a real good time over there. A lot of good information. Shout out to my brother from Chicago that was there with me, joining me on the panel. And always great having good people on the dialogue. That make the show a whole lot better. I could do the show alone by myself, having the gift of gab, talking. But it's always great having other people coming on to expound and share things and have a great dialogue, and therefore you can get a whole lot out of it. So shout out to him. Shout out to each and every one of you guys on this Saturday. I know it's Saturday night over in the Philippines. Saturday night. I want to give a shout out to Guapa Rose hanging out with us on today, way past our bedtime. But we come over here to share information a whole lot, though. I enjoy sharing with you guys. And and this show right here been long overdue, though. We're talking about being a minimalist. A lot of people, a lot of misinformation is circulating out there about being a minimalist lifestyle of a minimalist. A lot of people don't quite get it. They don't quite get it. So we're gonna put everything in the right perspective on today. Hope you guys can get something out of it. You got any questions, anything you want to ask, feel free. You're more than welcome. Or if anybody want to come on the panel later, let me know. I'm not gonna try to make a long show out of this on today because it's Saturday afternoon. I want to get out here and enjoy my day. And I just came over for a little while. I had a little time on my hands to deal with this topic on being a minimalist and why I chose to be one. I'll give y'all the full detail of it on today. Hope you guys get something out of it. And especially to my travelers, especially to my expats, people that are considering living this lifestyle. Might be something you want to look into, um, becoming a minimalist. And that's something I looked at when I first started looking into being an expat. Hold on. That's something that I looked into though, because I know I was gonna be traveling, moving around, and I had a whole lot of things, a whole lot of stuff. I had equipment. Being a DJ, had a whole lot of stuff. And not only that, being a businessman too, man, had a whole lot of stuff, file cabinets and had display cases, all types of things. And I had to just think about what I'm gonna do with all of this stuff while I'm away. Like, should I put it in storage? And if I put it in storage, that's gonna be a bill I got to pay every month. The more I have, the bigger the storage space gonna be. You look at all these things when you start like getting into the realm of traveling and being an expat long term. These are things that you look at, and it can be a life changing decision. A lot of life changing decisions you're gonna make when it comes to doing this, because I mean your life pretty much changes. You're going in a whole different direction. You're doing a whole different thing, and me becoming an expat, also a minimalist, it made perfect sense to me being a traveler, also being an expat. It made perfect sense in my case because you're moving around to different countries. The last thing I want is to be burdened down with material things. That's the last thing you want traveling, going from place to place, living this lifestyle. You don't want to be burdened down with material things. And that's the first thing I look at when I was getting ready to leave the country. I knew I was going to be gone. I knew I had no desire of coming back, had no desire of really returning. So I had a lot of things, and I had to get rid of these things. I had to make a decision. I had to decide what I'm going to do with all of this stuff. Because I'm going to sell it, give it away, because I'm not coming back here. If I come back, it's going to be for a short time, not long term. So you begin to look at these things. You begin to make sense out of it. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. Like Robert Rose said, make sure y'all hit the like button, like and share the video. But these things that you're gonna look at though, like, to my people that considering traveling, people that considering being an expat, what are you gonna do with all your material items? The last thing you want to do is be traveling around with all this stuff. I mean, that's not good. It can be costly. I mean, you traveling with stuff, you tend to not take good care of it. Things break. It could be a total waste, inconvenient trying to travel with all those material things. Those material things that really have you burdened down. So that's something that we all look at though when we get to the point of want to travel, becoming an expat, being gone long term, knowing you're not going to be back, knowing you don't have any desire to live in that country that you want to travel. So why burden yourself down? Why be burdened down with all these gadgets and material things? I mean, that's the last thing that I need when I travel. Be burdened down with material things. That's the last thing I need. Excessive items. I don't need excessive items, my friend. I don't need excessive bills or excessive gadgets or excessive phones and things of that nature. Because being a minimalist, my friend, I want you guys to know being a minimalist is being free. Being a minimalist is being free. I said you got to free yourself from all the clutter. You got to get rid of all of that if you're going to be a true. I said true minimalist because there are a lot of people that use the term minimalist because I mean it could be trending sometimes. People use this um, minimalist situation to get views sometimes, but they're not really true minimalists. If you look at their lifestyle, you see that it's pretty much like a contradiction, contrary to what a minimalist is. Because the first thing and everybody know when you looking to journey on the path of being a minimalist, first thing you're going to do is get rid of all the clutter. You're going to get rid of all the clutter. You want to be free. And that's the number one thing, being free. Most minimalists, well, true minimalists is free. Your mind is free because you don't have a whole lot of things really holding you back. Uh, you have space. You're making space. Being a minimalist is making space. It's clearing everything away, making space. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't really tell you this when they becoming a minimalist because they had a way of looking at it, thinking that being a minimalist is like just having very little resources and very little things. But I mean, that's kind of far away from it. It's kind of true in a way, but it's not. It's not. That's not truly accurate though. Me being a minimalist, is very careful, um, and you're not really collecting. You're making space. Making space. You want it to be free. That's the number one objective. Being a minimalist, you traveling around the world, which make a lot of sense. You want not to carry all that clutter with you. You want to get rid of that stuff. You want to get rid of that while you're in the matrix. To all my people that live in the U.S. that's getting ready to travel or live abroad, become an expat. Before you do that, in your beginning stage, you got to prepare yourself mentally uh, and traveling on this path of being a minimalist because it's not easy. It's going to take some self discipline. You got to work on yourself. But the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get rid of all the clutter. You're gonna start getting rid of a whole lot of things. You're gonna only keep the things that's necessary, and that's the true part of being a minimalist. Once you get rid of these things, you're gonna start feeling free. Your mind is gonna be free. That's the first thing. Your mind is gonna be free. You're not gonna be stressed out, but you're gonna be free. And a lot of people don't know this. Like I said, they look at it in a whole different way, mislead you guys when it comes to becoming a minimalist. You got to get rid of things. You can't be holding on to all this material stuff. You got to let it go. You got to have space. You're going to save a whole lot of money, and then you're going to save a whole lot of time because it's very beneficial. It's very, very beneficial, especially being an expat traveling all around the world. Uh, you want to be free, and you don't want to be collecting. You You don't want to be collecting things, and then you call yourself a minimalist, my friend. That's not accurate right there. That's misinforming people. If you collecting things, but you so called yourself a minimalist, you got to make space. You got to make space in your life, and you got to make space in your wallet. Also, being a minimalist, and you're gonna be free. You're gonna be free. You're gonna feel happy. The happiness is gonna come from knowing that you're free, knowing you're free, knowing that you're not wasting your resources, you're not wasting your time, but you are managing to get rid of all the clutter in your life, getting rid of the clutter in your life, getting rid of all the unnecessary items in your life, uh, getting rid of all the unnecessary things. But you clearing your space. You clearing space so that you can have the flexibility and the mobility to travel and to be stress free and to be happy. So these are very essential and very important benefits. These are great benefits you get from being a true minimalist. Being a minimalist is that you constantly making space. You making space, you making room for improvement in your life and also improvement in your situation. Um, and one thing I want you guys to know also, being a minimalist, you're not going to be walking around here with like 5 or 6 different cell phones at the same time. That's not a minimalist. That's not a minimalist, my friend. You may have one, you may have 2 phones for like a backup, and that's it. You're not gonna be collecting. You getting rid of things. You're not adding. You getting rid of things because you're traveling, and the more things you collect, I mean, it make it hard to move around. You're not really free. You're putting yourself in bondage when you adding and adding and adding. Because that's not the objective when you're moving around, when you're going different places. Because when you traveling, a lot of times you collecting like that. A lot of times, like when you're moving, you don't really realize how much you have until it's time to move. You realize all the junk, all the stuff that you collect. And being a minimalist is the opposite. Like I said, you getting rid, you're not collecting, you're getting rid of things. You're getting rid of all the clutter so you can be free. That's the true nature of a minimalist. That's number one. That's going to be number one on your list. If you considering being a minimalist, my friend, I want you to know the number one thing, number one rule is to adding, avoid adding clutter to your life. Avoid that. You want to do that. You're going to be a true minimalist. You want to avoid adding uh, a lot of material things. Not only that, you're gonna also be a good steward too. You're gonna be a good steward of things. Being a minimalist, you're gonna be a good steward. You're not gonna be wasting your money, your resources, and also you're not gonna be wasting your time. Uh, and like I said, most minimalists are very careful. Most minimalists are very good steward of these things. And I know that in the beginning of my journey, uh, I found, like I said, I found myself selling pretty much everything. Found myself getting rid of everything, and I'm only keeping it a bare minimum. I'm only keeping the things that's necessary in my life. I'm not trying to carry all this stuff with me. You understand? I'm not trying to travel and carry all these bags. I'm trying to minimize my life and trying to make it simple. And that's my objective in becoming a minimalist. I want to get as much as I can in this one bag. I'm not trying to travel with 2, 3 bags, 4 bags, because that's not the way a true minimalist do it. Uh, like I said, a minimalist is always very, very, very careful. Also, a good steward of their time, resources, and their money. Number one thing you're gonna learn in the beginning, you got to get rid of things. Get rid of all that clutter in your life. You want to be free. You want to be free to travel. You want to be free to get around. And the first step to becoming a minimalist is to remove all the clutter. You got to get rid of almost everything. Keep only the things that's necessary. You got to keep only the things that that are necessary. Uh, you got to make space. You're making space in your life. You got to sell. Or in the beginning stage, things that you don't sell, you might give away. And this is only in the beginning stage. I'm not talking about 2 or 3 years later and being a minimalist that you still buying things and then you find yourself trying to sell or give away things because, like I said, after the initial stage of getting rid of the clutter, you don't want to keep adding and rebuilding. I mean, that don't make sense at all. Like I said, you find yourself 2 or 3 years later, after being a minimalist, you walk around here with 4, 5, 6 cell phones and 7 or 8 tablets and all that. You're not a minimalist. You're not a minimalist because they're not. You're not going to put yourself in a situation. You're not going to be adding. You're going to be getting rid of things, and then you're not going to put yourself in a situation where you got to give these things away because really that's a waste of money. That's a waste of your resource. And a true minimalist is not going to be wasting their resources. A true minimalist is not going to be wasting their resource, wasting their time, money, or their resources. That's a big no-no. You can't call yourself a minimalist and you're doing this. You wasting things. You can't waste. You got to be a good steward. Be a good steward of your material things, your time, money, and all of that. Be a good steward of that. The true minimalist is not going to waste their time. They're not going to waste their money. They're not going to waste uh, their resources. And if anything, a true minimalist is going to try to get the best out of their time. They're going to try to get the best out of their money also. So this is something that you need to know. If you guys considering becoming a minimalist, you want to be a good steward of your money, your resources, and your time. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste money because that's the opposite of being a minimalist. You're not adding. You only getting the things that's necessary. A true minimalist is not going to be spending, spending, spending. I mean, even though you got it, a lot of people think that minimalists are broke. That's far from the truth too. Minimalists have a lot of money. Most minimalists I know are very organized people. You organize because you don't have all this clutter in your way, and it's very easy. And then you feel free. Being a minimalist, you're not going to be ordering stuff all the time, ordering. You're not going to be unboxing, unboxing. You're not going to be wasting. You're going to be very careful. You're going to be, as I said, a good steward of your money, also a good steward of your time and your resources. And you're not going to be wasting your time. That's one thing too. You're not going to waste your time. You're not going to spend 8 hours out of a day traveling. Let's say to go to like an amusement park. You waste 4 hours going, 4 hours coming back, going to an amusement park, and you only going there just to look at it. You're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to get on the ride. You're just going just to look at the park. You're gonna go 4 hours to go to the amusement park. You're not gonna get on one ride. A million not gonna do that. A million not gonna waste their time either. I mean, they're gonna be very good stewards of their time. Because if they just wanted to go look at the park, I mean, they can watch a video on YouTube, or they can look at a picture of the park. They just want to watch it. I mean, but it might be different if you taking your boyfriend with you. You know, you got your boyfriend and you got your girlfriend, or you got your kids. I mean, they're gonna enjoy it. So that's different. That's a different situation. But if you just going just to look, I mean, at the amusement park, when I enjoy it, you're wasting your time. That's not a memories. That's not smart either. Like I said, because if you just going, uh, like I said, you going for yourself just to look. I don't see the logic in going. You can just look at a picture of it. But I mean, I feel it's a very awkward and an unusual and not a rational type of way of thinking, though. I mean, but like I said, we thinking that only minimalists is uh, minimizing and trying to maximize their money. They're doing the same thing with their time. Also, they're doing the exact same thing with their time. So keep that in mind. Hold on one second. Let me put this. I see my battery is low. I forgot. I keep forgetting to plug it up. Hold on. 1 second. All right, now we back. We back. We had to plug up the phone. We forgot. I seen the battery was running low, so we didn't want that to interfere. Shout out to everybody that's joining us on the day. Make sure you hit the like button and you share this video. We hope that we providing you some great information for all you guys that considering being a minimalist, or living the lifestyle of a minimalist. And I share with you guys why I chose to be a minimalist. I chose to be a minimalist because, like I said, being an expat traveling the world, it makes perfect sense uh, to live this type of lifestyle because you don't want to be traveling trying to carry all this stuff. You want to be free. You want to be free. And the first thing you're gonna do is get rid of all the things, the clutter, things like get rid of things, clear out and make space. Make space in your life, in your mind, and therefore you can be free. I was just sharing with you guys. I think I was telling you guys that how members are always great steward. They're great steward of their time, money, and the resources. They're not out here mismanaging their money. They're not out here mismanaging their time. Um, they're not just walking around here with 7 or 8 phones and all these different gadgets just to give them away. So that's a waste of money. That's a waste of resource. Also, that's not a smart thing to do, my friend. My friend, that's very far from being a minimalist. Minimalists are not going to waste their money. They save money. Not only that, they save time and they saving themselves from the headaches and saving themselves from the stress of mismanaging their time and their resources. So this is one. These are some of the things you benefit from being a minimalist, being a true minimalist. You're not going to be buying cars. You're not going to be buying cars, making payment on them, and the car just sitting there collecting dust while you travel. They're not going to do that. That's not smart. A true minimalist is not going to be doing things like that. You live in another country. I mean, come on, make that make sense out there. Make that make sense. I mean, we all know that when you buy a car, when you drive it off the lot, automatically the car lose value. Car is going to lose value when you drive it off the lot right away. The car don't hold value. So you got to keep that in mind in the beginning. And then let's say if you're living in Africa, but you got a car just sitting in California, and you're still making payment on that car, and it's out there in that California sun, just sitting out there, and you far away. You're not coming home that often. You just got a car sitting there. I mean, what use? I mean, that's just a waste of resources. That's a waste of money, and I mean, it's not a smart thing. And the average minimalist is not going to do that because, like I said, they're gonna manage their money. They're gonna manage their time. They're not gonna let it go to waste. That's a waste of money right there. And what a waste! And what a fool to waste money. Just like I mean, that don't make no sense at all. Make that make sense. If anybody see the logic in this, please let me know in the comment section. Also, make sure y'all smash the like and share this video. But a minimalist is not going to waste money like this. A minimalist is going to save. Minimalist is going to save. A true minimalist is they're going to put that money to use. They're not going to waste money. They're going to put it to use. They're going to put it to use for some type of substance to invest to make it multiply. Uh, they're not going to be around here and enjoying the luxury of blowing money. Cause that's one thing too. I need to let you guys know too. Being a minimalist is not going to be like a luxury type of lifestyle either. So if you used to living a life of luxury and all of that, I mean, you're thinking about being a minimalist, you might want to just counsel that unless you work on yourself and have the self discipline to change. Because it's going to be a life changing situation when becoming a minimalist. It's going to be a life changing situation. You're not going to be wasting time. You're not going to be wasting money. It's going to change you. It's going to change your life. And as I would say, for the best, because I've seen a lot of improvement in my life. I benefit a whole lot in my life being a minimalist. And I can see that I'm saving a lot of money. I can see that I'm not wasting this money. I'm not wasting time either. and I don't have the luxury of just blowing the money. I'm very aware, and I'm a good steward of these things. So this is something that uh, is going to benefit you though in the long run. Being a true minimalist, not wasting that money, but you getting the best out of it. And don't just take my word for it. Don't take my word for this, my friend. There's other people that can expound. And we're gonna show you this clip right here, and we're gonna hope you get something out of this right here. But this is pretty much uh, what a true minimalist mindset is right here.
I decided to become a minimalist in the first place? Well, let's be honest, I used to be completely different. I used to want to purchase a lot of things because I thought having nice and expensive tangible things would make my life better and happier. Yes, that's true to a point, but we all know that having more than enough becomes unnecessary and wasteful. It's like when you eat food. When you're hungry, you eat and you get more and more satisfied. But once you start to get full, and if you keep eating, it doesn't make you feel any better. It actually has the opposite effect. And when you eat too much, well, obviously it makes you feel like throwing up and sick.
Right, and I totally agree. Totally can relate to what he said. It's going to be a life changing situation though. Like this, like the guy said in the video, he was used to, like I said, his material things. You got to let that go. Shout out to Mr. Doctor's man in the building. He said, I agree with you. I'm like those dudes who like to dress down, but you'll never know that I'm financially stable. I'm pretty much the same way. I don't see it's very necessary to me for me to flaunt what I got or to try to get this attention because I I don't want that attention. As we said on our show Wednesday, I mean sometimes you can make yourself a target doing this. So you want to be very careful, very aware. Uh, like I said, being a minimalist and you traveling, it's not an extravagant life like that. Like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with. Uh, like I said, you want you want your iPhones and you want your iPads and stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong, but you want to build a structure. And like let's say you get an iPad or whatever, you might have one or two on hand, but you're not going to be accumulating iPads and iPhones. What you're going to do is that if you want to upgrade, you're going to sell the phone you got. You're going to sell it and get money, and then you use the profit you made from that the sale. You're going to use that to add on to the upgrade. So that's the way I do it. Everybody do it different, but I try to do it the smart way. He said, when I make more, I save more, and I spend more, and the, that's the objective here, my friend. You want to save. Most minimalists I know they're not boasting and bragging about material things, saying I got this, I got that. They're not unboxing stuff. They're not adding. They're subtracting. They're taking away. They clearing space, making space, so they can be free to travel and have flexibility moving around because it can be costly. You know what I'm saying? You got all this stuff. You got to pay more baggage when you travel, and that could be quite expensive, my friend. I was traveling recently, and I had like maybe 5 pounds over in my baggage, and it cost me like $150. $150. Uh, and I tried to suffer things around, but I mean, I tried to carry some of the stuff, but it was impossible to do this. So I ended up had to pay the $150 it would cost me, and I mean, but like I said, you want to keep in mind that you want to live a simple life. You're gonna live simple, pretty much, and that's not negative. That could be a positive. That could be positive. You like Mr. Doctor said, you're saving money, and not only that, you're saving time too. You're saving time. So you got to keep that in mind. That's something a lot of people don't look at as being a minimalist because you got to choose one or the other. You want to live a luxury life, live this luxury lifestyle, and be a big shot. I mean, you could do that, but it's gonna be kind of hard being a minimalist because if you're constantly adding to your life, you're defeating the purpose of being a true minimalist. I mean, I don't know if they got a new type of minimalist out here in this day and time, but people doing it a different way. But I I don't see it no other way but one way. You can't have it both ways, my friend. You can't have it both ways. You got to choose one or the other. You're gonna be a minimalist. Be a minimalist. You're gonna be splurging and collecting all these gadgets and items and building and adding, then I mean, don't call yourself a minimalist. Don't tell people you're a minimalist because people will be misled and misguided unless they do their research, do their homework, and know what a true minimalist is. You're gonna get rid of all the clutter. You want to be free. What the doctor said, I used to get offended when they said I was a cheapo, but I'm just not the type of to flirt and to stunt on people. And my friend, I'm the same way. I'm the same way, my friend. I don't see, it's not necessary for me to, like I said, try to be a big shot and try to show people I'm this or that. I was the same way when I had business in the U.S. I can remember one particular situation. I was getting on this elevator. I had on like a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt, which I wore a whole lot back in that time. And I got in the elevator with me and this elderly white lady. And as soon as I get on, I got the dreadlocks, I got the white tee on, the jeans. She grabbed her purse real tight, looked at me. And I looked at her. I felt some type of way about that because she just turned her nose up. And then I had to reach in my pocket and grab a big wad of money, which was like $10,000 I had. I had just left the bank, getting ready to go handle some business. I had 10 G's in my pocket. I had to put it out to show this lady. Lady, I got probably more money than you got in that pocketbook, so I'm not a threat to you. You don't have to worry about me or stereotype me. And then when I did that, the lady looked at me and then she tried to apologize. And because she stereotyped looking at me, but um, I'd say that to say this that like I said, I've never been the type of person to floss or to show people what I have because that's not really important to me. I mean, long as I know I got it, I don't want everybody to know I got it either because I mean that's when you're gonna have people knocking on your door begging, giving you sad stories, and they're gonna have a need. So I kind of keep that to myself. I kind of try to be low profile when it comes to that. But a lot of people don't know that, like I said, when you're becoming a minimalist, it's going to be a life changing situation. It's going to transform your life. Your life is going to totally change when you've been a minimalist. And not only that, people around you is going to notice. Like with me, they're going to notice. They're going to notice that change. They're going to notice that you're not a pack rack anymore. They're going to know that you're not buying all these things no more, all these gadgets. They're going to notice that right away. And they're going to notice because they're going to see you very happy and they're going to see that you are free. And a lot of times we know one thing I want to say about that too. Another thing, a lot of people before becoming a minimalist, a lot of times, a lot of people they're not happy with their life. They're not happy in life, period. So we all know in order to feel happy, a lot of times people go shopping. People a lot of times go shopping. They buy things to make them happy because they're not really happy truly in the inside. So they feel if I go buy this, if I go buy that, then it can make me happy. A lot of people find their happiness in material things, but a minimalist happiness is not based on material things. They happiness is based on having a simple life and just being free to travel and not having clutter in their life. So that's the thing that we get our happiness from being a minimalist. It's not me collecting material things. I'm not me boasting and bragging, saying I got this, I got that. You constantly see me adding. And I'm gonna share with you guys. Even Rose can verify this. Throughout my travels, I have the minimal. I don't have like I'm not walking around here with 4 5 pairs of shoes. Currently, I only have 2 pairs of shoes, and the last year and a half. And I bought those shoes 2 years ago. And it's not because I can't go and buy shoes. It's not because I can't order shoes, which I can. I just don't want. I don't see the need to have all of that. I mean, I can only wear 1 pair of shoes at the same time, and at the same time, once those shoes wear out, then I will upgrade, get some new shoes. I'm not around here with a whole bunch of stuff, collecting things. I haven't been shopping in a long time for clothes because pretty much the latest in my clothes is the stuff that you see me buying here in Colombia from Afriquita. That's the only thing I have, but I'm not constantly adding these things because I don't really need these things. It's not because I don't have the resources or the money. I mean, I'm being, like I said, a good steward of my resources. And it's not important to me to have these things because I'm living a simple life and I'm happy and I'm free that way. I don't find happiness in me adding because if anything is going to add more stress to my life, it's going to make my life more complicated. Adding all these things, adding more bills, and spending my resources on things that I don't really need. So, I mean, you got to have the right mindset when you become an expert. I mean, becoming a minimalist. It's not just to say you're a minimalist. Even as a YouTuber, I mean, you're not just making videos saying you're a minimalist, and then you constantly adding things. You constantly building. When you're supposed to live a simple life, you're supposed to make the best of your time and your money and your resources. I mean, that's the only way I can tell you, my friend. There's no other way around that. You got a lot of true melanists out here. Like I said, make sure when you doing your research on YouTube, you following people that's not just talking the talk. Make sure they walking the walk also, because you got a lot of um, imposters out here. You got a lot of false people out here spreading false information for views and for attention. But I want you guys to know, like I said, there's no other way but that way. The way I shared with you guys on the day. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you learned. If anybody got any questions, anything you want to add, I mean, feel free to do so. But I've been wanting to share this video. It's been a long time coming sharing this video. I want to play this one more time too, so you guys that's just joining us, you can see this guy. If you talk about, make sure you check out his channel also about what a minimalist is, his perspective.
I decided to become a minimalist in the first place? Well, let's be honest, I used to be completely different. I used to want to purchase a lot of things because I thought having nice and expensive tangible things would make my life better and happier. Yes, that's true to a point, but we all know that having more than enough becomes unnecessary and wasteful. It's like when you eat food. When you're hungry, you eat and you get more and more satisfied. But once you start to get full, and if you keep eating, it doesn't make you feel any better. It actually has the opposite effect. And when you eat too much, well, obviously it makes you feel like throwing up and sick.
And those are very great points he made. You don't want to have things that's unnecessary in your life. You don't want to have all this clutter, and it's not all about material things. It's all about being happy, and you're happy, my friend, when you're free to travel, when you have the mobility to get around without all this stuff in your way. Shout out to Mr. John Thomas also in the building. He said most important expenses to me while traveling abroad is living in a hotel with good security and traveling insurance in case of a medical emergency. And that's very important, my friend, too. And that's what you're going to spend your money on if you, like I said, you're a minimalist on things that are necessary. And having travel insurance and being prepared for medical emergencies are very good things. And you'll have a resource to do this too. You're saving your money. You want to make the best of it. You want to get the best out of this lifestyle. You don't want to just be, like I said, spending money, spending, but then you saying you're an expat. You want to, I mean, not an expat, but a minimalist. A minimalist, number one objective is to be free, not to add or have clutter. You want to get rid of these things. And that's the first thing you guys going to do when you become a minimalist. You're going to get rid of things. You're going to get rid of things that's not necessary. You're going to get rid of things that you don't really have a need for real. You're going to only have things that are necessary. You don't want to have things that you're traveling around. You got to carry this, carry that. That's defeat the purpose of being a minimalist. And also, it's sending the wrong message to the people that's trying to become minimalists, and they seeing you adding to your life. I'm not really adding anything. I'm only, like I said, getting things that I need, stuff that I use for YouTube. I add that, and there's things that when I don't use no more, I sell. And I try not to waste my money. I try not to waste my time or money because that's not a good thing. That would defeat the purpose of me uh, being a minimalist. So my objective is to live simple, and that don't mean I'm broke. That don't mean I don't have. That doesn't mean I'm being smart with it. I'm being smart with my resources. I'm being smart with my time and my resources. And I'm trying to make the best of it. And sometimes you got to minimize in order to maximize your time and your money to get the best out of it. Those are the great benefits you get from being a minimalist, my friend. I hope that, uh, that we learn from this, that we know, because it's more and more people that look into that. lifestyle when they travel. But make sure you get the right information from people that's really doing it. Because I mean, my life and the way I live can vouch for itself throughout my journey of this 5 years. And even Rose been around. I don't add things. I'm pretty much giving things away, selling things, and then every now and then I add like electronics. But then I'm always selling the old to upgrade with the new to add to that, so I won't have a lot. And then I'm not wasting my resources or my money, because you wasting money when you buying stuff that you got to give it away. I mean, that's not smart. You just wasting your money. And like I said, just be smart with this and save. You can benefit from this though, my friends. If anybody got anything else they want to add, you're at liberty at this time. Because I think I pretty much covered. I think most of the things that I want to cover on this. I'm trying to think, make sure I ain't left nothing out. Most important thing is, like I said, you want to. First step is get rid of all the clutter in your life. Get rid of things that's not necessary, and you're not going to be adding. You're going to be subtracting. You're going to be smart, and like I said, you don't want to be traveling with all this stuff because it'll get in the way. Uh, Being a minimalist is being free, free in your mind, having space, and not cluttered. So those are the things you should look at, my friend. Everybody that's looking into becoming a minimalist, that's the first. Them the things you got to do. You got to prepare yourself, prepare your mindset, and also you got to, like I said, live a simple life. Not all about having this, having that. Like the guy said in the video. I mean, those things are not important. Um, you find other things to fill that void. Uh, he said when we move overseas, where our currency goes, we supposed to make the best out of it without living like we did back home. And that's the thing a lot of people try to do. They try to mix that up with being a minimalist. They try to still hold on to the same lifestyle they had back home. And really, they showed me that they haven't really been transformed like that guy was talking about in the video. It's a life changing, life altering. It's going to transform your life if you're a true minimalist. You're going to change. People around you going to know. People going to see that you're not wasting money, you're not adding, and you're clearing your space, getting rid of all the clutter. So these are the things, but unfortunately, like I said, we got people that want to live the best of both worlds and do these things and put out the information because a lot of other people talking about it just to get views, and that's not what I'm about, my friend. I want to just bring you the true information so you can know the proper way of doing these things and not be misinformed because a minimalist is going to be simple. You're not going to be thinking the same way or doing the same things you did in the U.S. The first thing is going to be it's going to start in your mind. I think I said that earlier. You got to prepare yourself mentally first, and you're gonna go through a transition because it's gonna be hard to let a lot of stuff go. Like it was a long time ago when I quit eating pork. That was over like 30 years ago when I quit eating pork. It was kind of hard in the beginning, but as time went on, I prepared myself mentally that it wasn't no problem later on. I mean, so that's the thing you got to look at. You got to prepare yourself for the changes in your life. Change your mindset. Prepare yourself when doing this, my friend. So I hope you guys got something out of this. And like I said, if anybody listening to the replay of this, you want to add in the comment section, make sure you leave a comment letting us know what you think about being a minimalist and also your experience on being a minimalist. It's going to change your life, though. And not only you going to notice this, the people around you going to notice. People around you going to see this change in your life. So you got to be serious about that, my friend. All right, everybody, I'm about to get out here and enjoy my Saturday. I'll probably do some live on my other channel a little later on. But I hope you guys got something out of this. And make sure you like and share the video. And shout out once again to everybody in the chat, Mr. Doctors, also Grappa Rose in the Philippines, Mr. John Thomas, everybody that's listening, everybody that stopped through. I really, really appreciate you guys. Make sure you check us out tomorrow on my main channel as we do the Expert Life podcast premiere. Gonna be a very good show. All right, everybody. Peace out and one love. Enjoy your Saturday.